guys, Chef KENDRA here, and I have 2 bags full of groceries. I'm just back from the store. I wanted to share with you some things that I keep in my pantry and in the refrigerator on a weekly basis to make sure that I have enough things to create simple and delicious meals during the week when I'm rushed, don't necessarily have time to plan or prep. This way, I'm ready to go. Alright, so this is some of the produce that I generally keep on hand in my fridge at all times. The fruit's gonna vary depending on the season, also depending how much I'm home, but the vegetables I almost always have in my fridge. So, riced cauliflower. Now, don't go all high and mighty, like you should make your own riced cauliflower, you're a chef. I get it. However, I also run a business and have a puppy and have a life. So, convenience is sometimes your savior because I would rather purchase this and have the convenience of it rather than like eat a bowl of cereal. So, riced cauliflower I love, and you can get it at multiple stores. In the morning, sometimes I'll saute it with like some cumin and green onions, and then throw in spinach, fry an egg, put that on top, call it breakfast. Or you can make a really nice, rendition of fried rice, and just do carrots, celery, some ginger, some garlic, finish it with either coconut aminos or tamari. Super delicious. Oh, also if you're making macaroni and cheese, like homemade mac and cheese, put this in the milk when you simmer the milk before you add the cheese, and then blend it in your blender because it's a way to add like super creamy vegetables. You won't even taste it. Shaved Brussels sprouts. Another thing that yes, I know I could do in my food processor, but how convenient. And I think this was like $2.50. So this bag definitely allows me to, again, have more vegetables for breakfast. I also use this all the time for dinner if I'm like gonna roast a piece of fish. You can put this on the same pan and cook it at the same time as your fish. Or if you're gonna do chicken, then cook your chicken first, pull that off your sheet tray, put this on the sheet tray and throw it in for 7 or 8 minutes. It cooks super fast because it's thin, and it's a really good source of nutrition for you. So we got that, and then baby spinach. Always have baby spinach in my house because you can add it to everything. You can add it to smoothies, you can add it to your bowls like I was saying when I make Buddha bowls. You can actually add it to ice cream or popsicles if you're gonna do like a blackberry or blueberry, because you won't even see this, it'll just mask it. Spinach tastes virtually like whatever else you're putting it in, so it's an awesome thing to have around and to sneak in for your kiddos who don't like veggies. The fruits, like I said, a lot of them are seasonal, so I have some nectarines because they're in season right now and they are just so delicious. You can smell them like when you walk into the produce section. Mangoes also, they're not grown in Chicago, but where they are seasonal, they ship them by the truckloads or boatloads or train loads up to us, and so the champagne mangoes are super good right now, so I definitely have those on hand. Some kind of berry, whether it's strawberry, blackberry, raspberries, I like to grab that. Usually I get what's on sale. Like I don't go in with a very picky specific list. Bananas, because I like to put them in my smoothies, or I put them on, if I need to have a bowl of cereal in the morning, I'll put it on there. And then apples I always have around because I can throw them in my purse. I can bring them with me if I don't have time for breakfast. And then I always like to have sweet potatoes, even yellow potatoes, in the fridge, again, for an easy base to a dinner or breakfast. And then some kind of onion, whether it's green onion or shallots or a yellow onion. Here I have a shallot, and garlic, of course, because it's garlic and you need it. Now, let's see what's in here. Okay, so in this bag, I have some other things that aren't really produce. Some are cold, some are shelf stable, you'll see. Frozen cooked quinoa. This is another thing that I'm sure people are gonna be like, oh my God, it's so easy to make quinoa. Well, you know what? It's also easy to have it in the freezer sometimes all ready to go. So I like to have this in the freezer. Snack-wise, oh my God, I love these so much. These Snappy Crisps are so good. You know what I like also? It's 3 servings per bag. So it's not like I feel real bad about myself if I sit down and eat a whole bag, because there's also fiber. Per serving, there's 5 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein because they're made from peas. So one of my favorite snacks. Also, Mr. Drizzle Kitchen loves those. More snacks. Now, in our house, I'm gluten-free. He is not. He is peanut-free. I am also peanut-free by default, but he can have other nuts, thank goodness. So almonds, we always have almonds stocked. And he is able to have them from the bulk bins, which is great. So bulk bins are an awesome way to get things that you need in either a super small quantity or just at a better price. Also better for the environment because you're not buying with super thick, crazy plastic. Rice, I also always get from the bulk bins, and I always keep on hand because that is a really easy thing. I have this that's cooked already and ready to go, and if I have more time, then I use the rice. Chickpea pasta. If you guys haven't had this chickpea pasta yet, it is ridiculous! And they just started carrying this cavatappi at my grocery store, and it's such a fun shape. It's so good. It's a really great way to get like your pasta cravings filled, but also get some really nice protein and fiber. It's a chickpea-based pasta. It's amazing. Garbanzo beans, chickpeas. I do also keep these on hand because I make cookies with them. What? I also make hummus all the time. And these are really great too to saute in the morning with some veggies, fry an egg, put that on top for your breakfast Buddha bowl. If you guys have watched my other videos, you know how much I love Vital Proteins collagen. So I always keep this on hand. Always, always, always. I have tons of ideas of what to do with the collagen, so be sure to watch the videos. We will link them here. If someone tells you that you shouldn't ever have dessert, that seems like a problem to me because then I'm just gonna wanna eat dessert for breakfast, lunch, dinner. So I like to keep these Enjoy Life Foods dark chocolate morsels on hand to either bake with or to just grab a handful, melt, and drizzle on top of some nut butter or sunseed butter stuffed dates, which is also a recipe I have, you guys can see. So I really like to keep these on hand. They're really, really clean. It's just an awesome product and they taste delicious. Chia seeds. I always keep these. I use these to make my overnight oats, which is in my cookbook. I also use it for snack time. If I'm dunking something in a nut butter or hummus or whatever, then I just kind of dip it in there. It's like a savory sprinkle is what you can call it. But chia seeds are an awesome thing and they're a really good source of omega-3s. Mental dates, love to have these around. I soak them in warm water and put them in my smoothies, or like I said, I stuff them for that recipe that you can also see on my YouTube page, where I stuff them with some cacao nibs and some, either almond butter or sunflower seed butter. Dates are awesome and they're so good for you. They are filled with so much nutrition. And then almond butter. We always have almond butter, and this one is just dry roasted almonds. That's it. There's no sugar or anything in there. And condiments. Coconut aminos is one of my favorite things to have on hand. You can use it as a substitute for soy sauce. So if you're having sushi, or if you're just making some sticky rice and you want a little seasoning on there, if you are doing fried rice, like I mentioned earlier, you could do with the cauliflower rice. Coconut aminos is really, really great. It is a soy-free alternative. And then now we have some more refrigerated stuff. I love kombucha. It's just so good for you. My life is somewhat stressful. And kombucha is a really great natural way to get some probiotics back in your gut to help with the good bacteria that needs to grow in there for your immune system to stay healthy. GT's was one of the very, very first people. He was like a pioneer and a teenager, by the way, when he launched his company in California. So he makes seasonal flavors. Like this one is cherry, coconut, and lemongrass. What? That sounds so good. I actually haven't even had this flavor yet, so I'm excited to have it. Also, it makes good margaritas, just saying. Another beverage that I like to have on hand is this Rebel Maca cold brew. So maca is an adaptogen, which we talk about in our other videos. Also on my website, I have a whole blog post about adaptogens. Maca powder is really, really great. I have an overactive adrenal gland, so I try to use maca powder almost daily, if not every other day. And this is a really easy thing for me to grab and go. I can also use it as the base of a smoothie. So sometimes I'll do this and like half a banana, some collagen, and kind of call it a day and have that be my breakfast smoothie. If you can do dairy, I really like this Wallaby. Oh, there's a coupon I didn't use on there. I really like this Wallaby kefir. So kefir is another really great way to get probiotics into your gut. This Mr. Drizzle Kitchen makes us really yummy beet smoothies in the morning, and this is the base of it. So this also is a really great source of protein. If you can't do cow's milk, there are a million kinds of kefirs out there now. There's coconut kefir, there's soy kefir, there is sheep's milk kefir, and you can pretty much get any kind of milk kefir. Lastly, I like to keep Ripple on hand. I really, really like their dairy-free milks. They are thick, so if you're making pudding, if you're doing ice cream, if you're doing popsicles, if you're making oatmeal, it's a really nice mouthfeel. Like it feels creamy like a cow's milk would feel. And it's made from peas, so you've got some nice protein in there too. So here are the rest of my things that I really do like to keep on hand at all times. And as you can see, I mean, it might seem like a lot, but think about what you are preparing during the week and what you're gonna have for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Maybe make some snacks, maybe make a dessert here and there. You can pretty much do all of that for almost like a week with this. Obviously, if you're gonna have proteins, if you're gonna add steak or chicken or some seafood or shellfish, those I usually say go to the store. Like get your basics, go back to the store to get that. So on Wednesday, you already have everything you need because you did your grocery store haul. And then just run to the fish store or run to your grocery store and grab a piece of salmon or grab, some chicken thighs to put on the grill. So that's the easiest way, I think. The worst thing you want to do is get fish on a Monday and on Saturday be like, I don't know, is it still okay? It's gross. Don't even question it. Just get it when you need it. So I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me while I unpacked my groceries, and now you can see what goes into this belly on a weekly basis.